Yo, what's going on everyone? In today's video, I will be showing you all of the best money methods that you should be doing this entire week in GTA 5 Online to be making yourself millions upon millions of dollars in no time. That's right, and in total, I will be covering 6 different money methods all in this one video. That being said, if you go on to enjoy, please don't forget to go down below and drop a like on it for me. But now let's get into the very first money method. Alright, so for the first one, we're going to be doing the special vehicle work missions inside of the CEO office because this week they're actually paying triple money plus triple RP. So to start these, it's very simple. First of all, enter inside of your CEO office and then sit down at the desk. Once sat down, sign in, and you want to click here at the right where it says special vehicle work. Here you'll see all of the different missions that we have the option to start, and as I said, they all will be paying 3 times money plus 3 times RP, so you could start whichever one of these missions you want to. If you want some advice from me, I would recommend starting up the Ruiner 2000 mission since that is the easiest one in my opinion. Because all you are doing is stealing some Ruiner 2000s and then getting dropped off by them in a cargo bob, and once you get dropped off, you have to land in the Fort Zancudo airbase. Once you landed there, we have to then destroy a whole bunch of supplies and also some plane supplies at the very end. Then once we destroyed all of the supplies, we have to escape the Fort Zancudo airbase and get to the extraction point. It literally takes me under 5 minutes to complete this mission every time, so you shouldn't have any problems whatsoever, but once you do complete the mission, here's how much money you'll get paid. A total of $47,000, and also on top of that, 6,000 RP, which is very good. You and your friend will both be making this amount of money and RP every time you complete this mission. Alright, but now getting into the second money method, I will now be showing you how to make $251,000 in only 1 minute. That's right, if you want to do this, first open up the pause menu, then come over to this exact location at the Del Perro Beach where this week's HSW time trial is located at. Once over here, call out your fastest HSW vehicle that you own and then drive it on top of the time trial to click right D-pad. From there, stay still, but then open up the pause menu and come over here to where the checkpoint is at to simply mark it. Once you've marked it, drop the pause menu, open up the phone, click here where it says job list to then exit out of the time trial just like so. From here, whenever you are ready, click right D-pad to start the HSW time trial, and all you want to do is literally follow where I'm going through this entire part of the middle of the city. Because that is how simple this week's HSW time trial is. You are pretty much driving down the entire road all through the middle of the city. So make sure you are dodging traffic the whole way over there, but as long as you made it over there in time, even if you crashed 1 or 2 times, you should have been able to beat the time trial in time, which once you do, here's how much money you'll get paid. Take a look, I beat it just over 1 minute and I got paid my $251,000, which is how much money you'll make for beating this week's HSW time trial. Just make sure you do it by this week, of course. Alright, getting into the third money method, we are going to be doing the money laundering missions, which this week are actually paying 2 times money plus 2 times RP, which this is very overpowered. So to start doing these missions, it's very simple. First of all, you need to own a car wash or any one of the other money laundering businesses, and once you do, you want to then go on your contacts and call Raph. Once you call Raph and he picks up, you'll see all of those different businesses at the top left of your screen, which you want to select any one of those businesses, which in this case is the hands-on car wash, and you want to click where it says money laundering. These will be the money laundering missions, and a cool part about doing these missions is there's no cooldown timer, so you could literally do these missions back to back as many times as you want to, plus they are very easy to complete. In this case, I had to go over to a location to steal the rival's cash, which once I made my way over there, I had to take out some people that were inside of the building. After I took everyone out, I then had to steal all of the money that was inside of there, and once I stole all the money, I then had to deliver it back over to my hands-on car wash business. Now, of course, your mission might be different from mine because the missions do switch every single time you launch one of these missions up, so definitely keep that in mind. Anyway, once you completed the entire mission and you arrive back over at the hands-on car wash business from completing the mission, here's how much money you'll get paid. Take a look, $0, because you don't get the money right away. You have to wait for the money to be processed inside of the business. Because during these missions that we are doing, we are basically stealing money laundered money, which isn't money that we are able to spend. That's why once you complete the entire mission, you have to wait for your hands-on car wash business to rinse the money. So pretty much after 5 to 10 minutes of the money being rinsed inside of the business, it will be put inside of a black bag right here on top of this cabinet. That being said, in the meantime, I would definitely recommend completing another money laundering mission because by the time you complete another money laundering mission, that money from the first money laundering mission will have already been processed and put inside of that black bag. Which once it does get put inside of that black bag, here's how much money you'll get paid per money laundering mission only this week with a double money and double RP bonus. Take a look, $105,000 per mission, which I know that is literally insane, especially for how easy these missions are. So I would definitely recommend grinding this money method as many times as possible this entire week while it is having this really good money bonus. Also inside of the hands-on car wash business though, the daily income safe is also paying out double money. which this is very good. To actually see what this safe income will be earning for you, go up to and click left on the D-pad to view the daily income. Because as you'll see, the daily income inside of the hands-on car wash business completely relies on you owning every business in GTA 5 Online, a total of 23 actually. Because as you'll see, for each one of these businesses that you own, it will be earning a separate daily income inside of this safe inside the hands-on car wash business, which all of that daily income for each business will be added every 48 minutes. Just keep in mind, this safe only holds $100,000, so after it does fill up completely full, I would recommend getting the money right away, that way it can fill up once again. So yeah, make sure you definitely collect your safe inside of the hands-on car wash business this week since it will be filling up way faster. Alright, but now getting into the fifth money method, I will now be showing you how to make $101,000 in only 1 minute. That's right, really easy money. So if you want to do this for yourself, first open up the pause menu, then head over to this exact location at LSIA, where this week's regular time trial is located at. Once over here, call out your fastest motorcycle that you own and then drive it on top of this parking structure where the time trial is located at. Once on top of the time trial, click right D-pad and then open up the pause menu to come up here to where the checkpoint is at and simply mark it. Once you've marked it, then drop the pause menu, open up the phone, click here where it says job list to exit out of the time trial just like so. From here, whenever you are ready, simply click right D-pad to start the time trial, and all you'll want to do is go off of this ramp, but make sure once you land that you land kind of at an angle, that way you don't fall off of your motorcycle. As long as you didn't fall off, now what you want to do is follow where I'm going along this entire part towards the left and take my shortcut down this little part of this cliff. Once down here and on the main road, you now want to start following the waypoint exactly as it is showing you on the minimap. Because this week's route to follow is pretty simple, you just need to make sure you are dodging all of the traffic and of course are going as fast as you possibly can the entire way through. Because once you do beat the time trial in time, here's how much money you'll get paid. As I said, $101,000 in just over 1 minute of beating a very simple time trial. Just of course make sure you do it by this week. Alright, but now getting into the sixth and final money method. This one is a quick one I just want to let you guys know about, which is going to be this week's new weekly challenge, which as you can see is to simply win 3 races, which is very easy. And I highly would recommend doing this because after you complete this week's weekly challenge, you'll earn $100,000 after completing those 3 races, which you could do completely solo. Anyway, that is now going to be the end of today's video. You now know all of the best money methods you should be doing this entire week in GTA 5 Online to be making yourself millions upon millions of dollars in no time. With that being said, if you went on to enjoy my video and you still haven't already, please do me a favor by going down below and dropping a like on it before you click off. And of course, if you aren't, make sure you definitely hit that subscribe button. And with all that being said, until next time, I will see you all in my very next video. Peace.